First of all, let me thank Nidhi Verma for organizing this amazing summit. This is the second year I am participating, and I can see the number of delegates having gone up substantially. I think last year we were talking about 700 plus, and we have crossed 1,000 mark this time. My esteemed colleagues on the dais, colleagues and friends. I think, I've been asked to speak about the growth opportunities in Eastern India. But we'll start with India itself. If you look at the industry and the economy that we are part of, India is growing at 6 to 7%. And that's an opportunity. I was in Houston at a summit there, which is the World Petrochemical Conference. And everybody was projecting across the globe what's happening in the petrochemical industry and the entire plastic industry. And there were only two markets which were really being talked about. One was China, which is really the largest manufacturer today in the world, and their pangs in the economic growth, and I think what they are going through. But when we look at the plastic industry and the polymer industry, the only large market which is really growing is India. India is growing at 6.5 to 7%. We have a large population. We have an economy which is still climbing. And I think that's the opportunity that we have all spoken about. And I think that's really the reason you'll see countries, companies from across the globe who are focusing on the Indian market. Now, we in India have to see how we leverage this opportunity. We have to really work on what all we need to do to really capture the growth of the industry, growth in the market, and try and grow faster than the rate of growth of the overall economy.
My colleagues on the dais, ladies and gentlemen, our labor laws have been such that industry couldn't do much in labor-intensive production. There was far too much obstruction. But with the stimulus of PLI, in many industries we can try. Defense exports are on the rise. In deep tech, everyone tries. We export lots of mobile phones, and India now steadily hones high-tech manufacturing skills. Production-linked incentive fills the coffers needed to expand. Much can be done with this in hand. New projects are being bold. Now chips are also in our fold. And thanks to our digital stack, there are many problems we can crack. Among large economies, we clearly see we are the fastest growing economy. The benefits that will clearly flow is that most industries will grow. As your customers will do well, there's that much more that you can sell. In many industries, your products go, whether the molding is injection or blow. The public at large may not be aware, but in fast-growing industries, you have a share. Automobiles are now on a roll. Your lightweight parts help with the goal of enhanced energy efficiency, so critical to sustainability. Plastic furniture is seen everywhere. They do not require a lot of care. They are very easily stacked and therefore can be quickly packed. In any setting, they can endure both indoor and outdoor. And plastic containers are what we see in the FMCG industry. Molded plastics have a major role to play in improving our life in every way. In the Godrej Industries Group, sustainability is always in the loop. Wherever we have a continuous operation, we use biomass cogeneration. In fossil fuel use, we've made a dent. Biomass will soon be 70%.
Thank you, Nidhi, for inviting me here. Dignitaries on the dais and ladies and gentlemen. My topic is, what should India do to become the largest economy? Some people can say, Nilesh bhai, ख्वाब क्यों देख रहे हो? But to all the naysayers, 200 years before, India was the largest economy of the globe. And that is why Vasco da Gama came searching India. Our Rambhai or Shambhai didn't have to go to Europe like today. If we dream, we should be able to achieve it. The roadmap to Viksit Bharat is obviously full of contradiction. A kilometer from here, we have world's largest slum, trying to remove it. And this is the same place where world's most expensive wedding happened. Both coexist in 1 kilometer radius. In last 10 years, India has jumped from 10th largest economy to be the 4th largest economy. This is the highest ever jump ever in a decade. In last 10 years, we have grown our economy in percentage term maximum in major economy. Undoubtedly, we have done well. At one point of time, we will fiscally profligate, 9% deficit to GDP. Now we'll have fiscal deficit which is lower than US fiscal deficit. At one point of time, banks were riddled with NPAs. Today, we have one of the cleanest banking system. Inflation from high single digit, low double digit is mid single digit, low single digit.
At the outset, I would like to thank the organizer, Elite Plus, for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts with you today in this major event of the plastic industry. And I congratulate them for having organized yet another very successful conclave. As is widely acknowledged, plastic is used in virtually every sector of the economy, and its importance cannot be overemphasized. Now that India has embarked on the next phase of exponential growth, plastic will have an even important role to play. Moreover, with the new geopolitical situation, there is a great opportunity for the industry for enhancing the Indian export in this sector. Within plastics, packaging is a vital application area which is growing at a rapid pace and is likely to continue going rapidly as India undergoes economic transformation. With economic growth, rising per capita income, and rapidly expanding consumption, demand for versatile and innovative packaging will continue to surge. I'm sure that industry is aware of the huge responsibility and opportunity it has as India marches forward. Government of India is also cognizant of the critical role being played by this vital sector and has already put in place several policy enablers for smooth growth of this sector. The government is committed to extend all the support for the growth and development of the sector, and we would like to invite suggestions and inputs from all the stakeholders for further strengthening this key constituent of the Indian plastic industry.